type of things did you do today, and what were you trying to prove?
Honestly, like I said, today I did bench in the weight room. Really, like I said, for a guy with long arms like me, I was trying to hit a set number. I didn't get that number, but there's still work to do.
Weren't you said right around 20, 22, something like that?
Yeah, it was 22, 23, one of those. I can't remember exactly, but I was shooting for that 25 range, so came a little short, but
After the combine. I know after the combine, I know there a lot of your stats came out of, you were breaking records that were since the 90s. I mean, how did that feel to kind of see your agility kind of hit some of those marks?
It was just kind of wild. Like I said, just the whole combine experience period. Just like I said, as a kid, that's something I grew up, wanting to go and wanting to do as a young kid. And then just like being there and running pretty good and then testing pretty well, it just kind of overwhelmed me because I'm like, dang, like I said, 6 years old, I can remember like, okay, I want to go to the NFL, and it's coming. Like that dream's like hopefully coming true. So.
Is the hamstring something that is still kind of lingering from the combine after the 40?
I mean, yeah, it is a little bit, but like I said, I've been rehabbing that every day, attacking that rehab. So like I said, I plan on setting up a later date with my agent whenever time comes to like do my field work, get my field work in.
With that workout that you're talking about, what do you want to show the people that are?
Honestly, that I'm more than just a big guy, a big tackle. I feel like I can move very well, move like every other, like even better than other guys. Honestly, like I said, I think I can bend well, move around, show guys I can pull, get on the edge, and big splash plays. That's where that comes from. So.
There's a lot of new freshman offensive linemen here. What advice would you give them about what it takes to be a Georgia offensive lineman?
Honestly, there's a level of like being patient, and there's a level of buying in. Honestly, patient because I had to learn that because it is what it is. You come into Georgia, you come into a deep room. Just being honest with you, come to a room with guys who've been here 2, 3, 4 years, and just like. You can either, buy in the program, learn, get in the playbook, learn from the older guys, or, it's gonna be a hard, long year, honestly. So, like I said, as long as they buy in, listen to coach, listen to the guys around them, they'll be good.
Speaking of those guys that have been there for a long time, I mean, Truss coming back, Ratledge coming back. How big is that for that unit, and how important is it to have those veteran leaders in there?
It's definitely important just because they were like very key leaders for all the past 2 years since I've been here. Like I said, been playing. Like I said, those guys definitely going to be the leaders of that room. So, like I said, for the young guys, I think they need to get around them as much as possible and learn as much as they can, soak up that information that Tate and Truss will provide for them. So, as long as they do that, they'll be good.
Amarius, people's knock on you is that you started 8 or 9 games. Just what would your response to that be?
Honestly, like I say, I know my sample size of starts and snaps isn't as great as everybody else's, but I'm fortunate enough to go to the best university in the nation where they prepared me on and off the field. So I feel like that'll help. And then too, like I said, my maturity level is, like I said, increased day by day. So like I said, there's still talks about that. I really don't really listen to it anymore. It's just more of like, I know what I want in life at the next level, and it's just I know what I got to work to get that. So they can go off the starts and all that good stuff if they want, but that doesn't really matter to me.
So you talked to Broderick, or who did you talk to in the league?
Broderick and Darnell the most. I talked to both of those guys a couple days ago. So,
and what do they tell you as far as the transition?
Really, this is just a long process. Like I said, take it day by day. Don't get ahead of yourself. It's going to be long meetings, a lot of interviews and all that good stuff. So, like I said, put your best foot forward and every day attack it.
You smile a lot in your interviews. I don't think it's just media training. You seem to really enjoy what you're doing right now. Can you talk about that?
I enjoy. I'm blessed, man. Like I said, I'm a friend of you guys. I'm at the Georgia Pro Day. I got a lot to be thankful for. So why not smile?
Were you super happy with your 5:07.40 the first time? Did you impress yourself?
I ain't gonna say super happy because I know I can run faster than that. My 10-yard split is what got me. On my start, I knew exactly what I did wrong. I got the information. I got it. I ran 5:07. I called my agent immediately. I told him what I did wrong before he even said a word. And he was like, "Yep, we can run again." I'm like, "Okay, that's what we're gonna do."
So you're gonna run in April then at the next program?
I don't know. A lot of teams telling me that was like the 5.0 is pretty good, so I might stay there.
What was the goal though that you were like you said?
I wanted to break that 4.9 bad, and I was like, I know I can. It's just that 10-yard split. That 10-yard start got me a little bit.
How much did playing against guys like Trayvon Walker, Jalen Carter in practice, something maybe NFL teams don't get to see all the time, help you as you get ready to go play off?
It helped a lot because, like I said, those guys, highly touted guys, like I said, they're doing very well in the league right now. But like I said, going against those guys definitely prepared me because Man, I remember coming in freshman year, man, practice was miserable. They made my life very miserable freshman year just going against those guys. So I'm very thankful for, what they did for me, whether that's make me become a better O-lineman in practice. And then, like I said, just talking to them, like, in my off time, what can I do better? What do you see from me in my sets? Like how do you see me as a tackle and all that good stuff? Like basically just getting little nuggets, like how I can perfect my craft and how I can learn off them too.
You said you talked to Broderick and Darnell the most. Obviously the Steelers are one that you've been mocked to. Coach Tomlin was here today. What would it mean to go play with those two guys again?
It'll mean a lot, like I said. Just reuniting with the Georgia guys again. Guys like, Darnell, of course, Broderick and George, just like I said, we got a bond, and what I'm saying? It'll be great spending however much time I can possible with them, however long I would be there. So that'll be definitely nice.
What would it mean to be possibly back in the Monken offense again, blocking with the Ravens and being in that system again?
Yeah, that would be good too, just because I'm kind of familiar with the stuff that Monken does. Like I said, we still carry that play style here at Georgia, so really, like I said, it'll be very familiar play style, and then coaching style, of course. I've been 2 years with Monken, so like I said, that'll be.
Amarius, NIL's kind of become a big issue again. People are talking about it, Coach Saban's in Congress. The value of playing at a place like Georgia versus the paycheck of maybe making more somewhere else. How do prospects look at that? We've heard some of the recent recruits talk about that. What advice would you give in terms of the value of Georgia versus the value of the upfront money?
I don't really focus too much on NIL, honestly, just because I feel like as long as you get on the field, you do get on the field, the NIL will come off the field. So like I said, I try not to get involved in that. I know it's changing a lot. It was just like I said, as teams become stacked, like NIL, like I said, it's very powerful. And I salute to the guys whoever making their money, make your money. Don't get me wrong, but like I said, it's definitely becoming powerful enough where you building kind of like super teams. And like I said, to the guys who use it well, hey, good luck to them. You get your team off NIL, then that's on you. All I gotta say is they got to be ready to come Saturday to play. That money NIL ain't gonna be there forever.
What do you expect to see?
Come at the next level. So,
what do you expect to see out of Monroe Freeling this year as he moves into his second year in the program?
I expect a lot from him. A guy who, like I said, as a freshman, filled in a lot. Got some major playing time. Like I said, I look at a guy who's hungry. Really, like I said, he was rotating in behind me and trust on. So a guy who's more familiar. He knew the plays when I was here, so I definitely know he has a grasp of the playbook now. Like I said, it's gonna be. I definitely expect him, like I said, take that next step of, like I said, that rotating. I want to say that rotating thing like we did with Broderick and Warren my sophomore year. Yeah. So like I said, I expect big things from him this year.
What kind of leader do you think Ernest can be, as he's in his second year as a starter?
Oh, yeah, definitely a great leader. Ernest is a great player. Like I said, he's kind of like Monroe almost. Like I said, he had to go through that learning year freshman year. But like I said, last year he got a whole year starting under his belt. Man, I expect, like I said, some crazy things from him. So.
How much have teams kind of talked to you about possibly playing left tackle? And obviously you spent a lot of your time at right. We talked to Seth about possibly, his teams talking to him about guard and center and him obviously having those center reps. How much have you kind of talked about that possible eventual shift to left tackle and stuff like that?
Gotcha. Yeah, it comes up a lot, honestly. Like I said, I don't have any snaps on tape at right. Not I'll say at left, but like I said, in practice I do spend a good deal of my time for the past 3 years at left. So like I said, the experience in the game is not there, of course, but like I said, I do practice and I don't mind playing left.
So time for one
more question, guys. We hear a lot of
guys.
Kirby stories about Kirby on the microphone. Man. You got any stories that ever come after you when you came in to give the 5-star treatment?
Yeah, I just remember we was right over there by the G. We just got done stretching, so it was my first day here. And I'm like, of course, in high school I was a 5-star or whatever. I didn't really care about that. But I just remember I did not know where to go. I was just standing there. We broke it down, and I'm big for my freshman year, just being honest with you. I just remember standing there, and I hear the microphone cut on, like a boom. I was like, oh, snap, he finna get me. And I just hear him screaming and yelling, like, oh, my God, we don't care about you being a 5-star. If you don't find out where you going, I'm going to roll you. I was like, oh, my God. It was bad, but, it happens to everybody. And if you think you ain't going to get it, you're going to get it. He going to get everybody. So, that's what it is.